elements, except you get the nice breezes through. And just around that corner is a water tank, and there's a shower and toilet block. I've just come up to Smith Point to watch the sun go down. Very windy. About to head off on a tour to Victoria Settlement. Good to see we've got 3 Land Rovers on the trip too. One.
Oh yeah.
Just arriving at Victoria Settlement.
Pigs are dangerous. Any bangtang will generally clear off. Bangtang, it's the barley cow. One chimney, one house. Yeah. Only site quite small. We'll have a look at the foundations in a second. All that heat, just imagine that heat, just all that chimney just next to the heat for the
All the remains of the 5 married quarter dwellings, usually made for offices. Lovely view out over the water, but boy it'd be hot.
It's the hospital.
Oh, okay.
So this is where we're cooking up the food for you. Okay. Okay. 30s, isn't it?
This is the hospital kitchen. 2 stores.
That one up there, see the big area at the nest at the back?
Yeah.
That's bush chooks. You know the megapodes, you seen those megapodes getting around?
Nope.
It looks like it's, you seen an orange-footed bush turkey?
No, I've never seen a bush
Okay,
turkey.
this is an orange-footed bush turkey. It's a megapode. What it does is that's actually a bird nest in the back there.
Have you ever seen one?
But it's stopped up there, you know.
It's Friday afternoon, we're just driving. I've met up with a couple of other Land Rover owners up here. It's been nice, had dinner with them, and we're just going out on a bit of a trip now to a billabong to check out the bird life and the wildlife. It's about 5:30 at night. The sun's got about another hour before it sets, so it should be interesting. 3 white Land Rovers. We stopped at the billabong to have a bit of a look. Obviously no swimming because of the crocs. I've just made the climb about half a kilometre, maybe more. Very steep. Top of this lookout. It's quite windy up here, but it's nice and shaded and cool. Beautiful. Out this way towards the South Alligator River, which we won't see because it's too far distant. This view we're looking probably near north to what they call the Stone Country, which is all the mountains and ridges that surround Kakadu. Out this way to the west, the lowlands or floodplains. A bit hard to see, but I'll go down there later.
Under the World Heritage listing for many reasons. Cultural, it's one of the oldest, well it is, the oldest culture in the world today is Aboriginal culture, folks. It's the oldest culture in the world. Over 20,000 years of continuous culture, folks. That's pretty legendary. And heaps of other reasons. The look of the place, the rock arts dated over 20,000 years. So there's many things that make up World Heritage listing. You don't really want to be a freshie in this area because it's dominated by the big saltwater crocodiles. So they are the bosses of the whole place. My family call them Ginga, the saltwater crocodiles. And again, I'll guarantee that we will see probably about just under 15 crocs maybe today. We will see a few of them. That's a little girl down there. There's another girl right over here to the right as well. So that is actually a third of Australia's bird species are found in Kakadu. So that's a hell of a lot of birds, and this happens every year. You come here January, February, March, no animals. Maybe the couple of crocodiles, maybe the odd little kingfish and stuff like that. But generally, folks, you're not going to find anything in the wet. This way, you've got whistling ducks here in front of the brown ones. The white birds are the egrets, and I got some black and white ducks with some babies there. They're Burdekin duck. And whistling ducks in front of us. They're the wandering whistling duck, folks. In the last month or so, month and a half, the black and white ducks, folks, very important to us, folks. We keep well away from them. They're called the Burdekin duck or the Raja shell duck. Now my family call them the $1,000 bird because once they find a partner, it's a partner for life. Types of crocodiles found in Northern Australia. You've got your freshwater croc and you've got your saltwater croc, and that's most definitely a saltwater crocodile. My family call this one Ginga. They are a traditional food, the Ginga. If my family get a hold of this girl, they're going to skin her, take her head off, and they're going to cook her in a ground oven for 3 to 4 hours. And flavour, it has its actually own unique flavour. Chicken, it's not really a stereotype because what you're doing is getting your crocodile from a restaurant. That egret's picking on the heron, folks. Yeah. And the egret's got the food in its mouth and it's actually chasing the pied heron. Now, yeah, it's got its own unique flavour. What you get, the chicken stereotype flavour, which is, again, not really a stereotype because you sort of bought your food from a restaurant, your croc. Your restaurant has bought the croc from a farm. 90% of the food fed to a croc on a farm is chicken heads. Snaps off. Aboriginal, everybody loves goose, folks, so you got to get some goose. Come up for a holiday and get your permit and go get some geese for us. Now, paperbark is one tree. You may have been to the cultural centre and saw the 100 uses for the paperbark tree. Things like the paperbark raft, the paperbark canoes, the paperbark shelters. So many uses for the paperbark. I'm going to give you a bit of trivia. How do they get the name Jim Jim Creek and Jim Jim Falls? Pandanus coming up on the left here. Long green slender leaves, this pandanus, the Aboriginal name to it, and Jim Jim. That's it. And Jim Jim. That's how you got the name. Jim Jim Creek we're about to leave, and the Jim Jim Falls, folks. On the left. The lilies are still closed up, folks. You might notice they're all closed up. They'll eventually open up. We've got lotus lilies have just started to come back, folks. So off to the left over there, you'll see those big round green leaf over there. And they're your lotus lilies, folks. And they're only just starting to come back, the lotus lilies. Yeah, but you don't have to walk around. Oi, Reuben. Here comes Crimson Finch. See, there's a whistling kite in the nest. That is the only true stork
in Australia is the Jabiru or the black-necked stork. It's a huge black and white bird with a big black beak designed to smash open turtle shells. They do feed on fish, turtle, snake, and little baby crocodiles are the main predator. It's amazing enough that you can travel around a 13-foot flat-bottomed dinghy, but as soon as you start getting in a canoe, the croc actually sees you as another croc. They just hammer you. Yeah. But when you're on a boat, it's said that the croc sees you as one big object. This is a darter. It is a cousin to the cormorant. She is asleep. She couldn't be bothered about us. She can swim under the water. 90% of the time she will spear the fish with her beak. Her feathers are not waterproof, and she is so rude. She's just sleeping. She just couldn't be bothered. And she needs to dry her feathers off, folks. So she sits there with her wings spread open to dry off her feathers. The darter's not worried about us. This is a male darter. I'll eventually have mud banks here too, folks, left and right of us. I'll eventually have mud banks. Only a month and a half ago, I was cutting across the channel over there to the left. There's a channel there. I was just cutting straight across that. Oh, this bloke doesn't even care about us. Let's see if I can get around the back there.
He does love that man, doesn't he?
At least the darter stayed for us. That's what I tied to the tree earlier though. A little buggy. He doesn't want to turn around at all, does he? Dad, like I told you, Dad looks after the babies. He can have up to 4, or he can't. His wife can have up to 4 babies, or he can look after 4 babies, folks. We've got little areas where there's dads with 4 babies around.
He's so little. Yes, best thing alive.
Do we see any of the magpie geese just sort of sitting around, or they just get flying around?
Land of that boat over there is probably looking at those geese landing. Okay. Dogs that are going through that area. The chicken ducks over to the right with babies as well. About 100 metres to the right, maybe. See some people moving backward thinking. All saltwater crocs are able to launch their full body underwater. There's a palatal valve at the back of the throat that would drop, water would gush in, and they would drown straight away. So that's something to consider. You now know if you're getting attacked by a croc in the water, all you've got to do is shove its head under the water and rip its palatal valve open. Good luck to that. Well, it's better than poking its eyes, I reckon.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Oh, isn't that cute?
It's sort of on the right side there. Come on, Dad. Give us a look at him. I saw burdekin ducks swimming across with babies too to the right there somewhere. I don't know where they're going now. Oh, they're right over the other side now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, he's let them off.
He's calling them.
There, now.
Come on.
Oh, look.
How good is that? Beat that National Geographic.
Look at the size of them all running over the deck.
No.
You can see it.
Yeah, look for that. It is, it is, it is. Looking at the eyeball. Boy. That's a boy. Croc is situated on the top of the head, and the bone that surrounds the crocodile's brain which is only half the size of my thumb and a bit thicker, that jabiru could smash that croc's head and kill that croc in under a minute by smashing its brain. So yeah, you look who backed off from who, folks. Then you got it on your own National Geographic.
She wanted to see the That's him. Yeah. That's the one that was Turn around.
Turn around.
Oh wow. So that's what he's been doing. Ah, feels good.
Coming at me. Whiskered terns, egrets, magpie goose, and that's it. Pied herons, egrets, whistling ducks, magpie geese. Just here, I'm pointing at it, is an azure kingfisher. Right there is an azure kingfisher. Little orange